Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your February forecast. I hope that this month is getting off to a great start for everyone. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming through as far as energy, information, and guidance this month. I like to start off every reading with a little bit of channeled information, and I get to that channeled information by meditating on your sign and doing so over the deck of cards that I chose for you. As I was doing that today, this is looking like it's a month where you're going to take a very active role. Sometimes there are months where you're a little bit more in a receptive mode, allowing for things to come to you. This month, it's more of the opposite. This will be a month where all of the work that you put out there, if we were to think of something like the Eight of Pentacles card, for instance, that's a card where you invest in things and you see a return on it. That's what I'm seeing for you this month. But the word that came to mind was creator. And this is not just about being artistic, that would be creative. Creator is basically saying that you are going to be the agent of change in your life, and you are going to be the one that brings things into fruition. So if there's something important that you'd like to start, whether it has to do with your job, school, something in your health, this is a month where you pick up the phone and you put together all of the disparate pieces so that you can bring something into fruition, okay? So basically responsibility sits with you, but so does the power, and so does the ability to steer in the direction that you'd like. So you're very much in control of your destiny this month, but that requires responsibility and action on your part, okay? Now we're going to take a look now at the larger forecast. I pull a Celtic cross first, I look at a catalyst card, and then I expand it to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. I'll get into each of these sections in a moment. I just like to outline that for the new folks. And for everyone that's returning, thank you so much for coming back. All right, at this point, I usually pause and I'm quiet because I like to observe the cards as they fall and see if additional insights come through. All right, let's go ahead and pull that catalyst card and then I will get to the reading. All right, so we have a beautiful card here that shows that this is a great, just like I was saying in the channeled portion there, if you want to develop something this month, particularly higher education, skills development, any sort of personal improvement that you want to do, this is a great month for that type of activity. Not only is it going to make you feel more in charge, more powerful, more, it will increase your self-worth, but it's also going to be something that will bring you not just a return on that energy, but you're going to feel like you have the ability to make things happen. So it's a great card for long-term execution, for long-term autonomy, which was something that I was tuning into at the beginning. Now let's go ahead and look at the cards, and then I will periodically go between the catalyst card there and the channeled information and help make it relevant. Okay, so right at the center, we see that we have the Six of Swords here, but it's crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. And for many of you, this could mean a change in your work situation, or for some of you, there might be some work-related travel. But I still think that there's a change on the horizon because we have the Judgment card right here next to that, and as I'm looking in the deep past, some of you may have gone through a phase where you kind of got burned out, or you feel like your heart's no longer in it. Whenever I see the Ten of Swords, and this is a unique Ten of Swords because the swords actually go through the heart center rather than the back, what I'm seeing for some of you is you may have lost your passion or your desire in a particular field of work or in a particular situation in life. And if that's the case, then this card is really giving you permission. In fact, it's encouraging you to make the changes that you need. Now, what's nice about this Ten of Swords card is it's reversed, and there's a silver lining to this. What happens when I see a reversal of a Ten of Swords card is it shows that you're ready to move on or to walk away from a situation that was painful, and you've learned the lessons that you need. You're no longer holding on to it. So it's a release card. It's also a very distinct marker for something that has come to a close. So for many of you, especially if it is maybe wanting to leave a job or wanting to leave a perhaps a relationship that just no longer is suiting you, or where you've put so much in that you just feel like you have nothing left to give, this card makes it very easy to move forward. And it also feels like for some of you that decision was something that you were able to take part of, or you were the initiator for the change. Now, as we take a look at your crowning card, we have the King of Coins, which is really showing that this is a superb month for changes in work or for getting control over your money situation. And again, I like to always show that resources can indicate self-worth as well. So this is a card where you're starting to come into your own. So we start off in a position over the past couple of months where you may have felt like either things weren't working out or they kind of fell apart. You get a chance to regroup this month, make a shift in the way you react to money, the way you react to your own self-worth, or again, the way you are spending your resources. And suddenly we have the Empress card here, which is a card of control. It's a card of autonomy, and that gets back to the initial channeled message, which was to be your own creator. And it also underlines what we were talking about here. Anything that you've done to improve your skills, it's going to start to pay off now. And you may not have even understood why or how that you were going through a certain situation in the past, but you're going to get a chance this month to really put all of those skills to good use. And I mentioned in another sign, I call this sort of like a step-up opportunity. You get a challenge from the universe to try something new. When I'm looking at your ego right now, this card it reminds me of the Olympic torch. And what this is a chance to either carry on work that others have done or to create your own path. And if you think of an Olympian or you think of an athlete, it all starts with the vision that I want this, I can do this. And all Olympians and all athletes have that in common, and they have this vision that burns really strong, just like this fire that we see in the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of projection and thinking about what you can do in the future. So I want you to ground yourself this month in your goal, in your plan, and have everything that you do try to tie in to that plan. And if it doesn't, then it's a great deciding factor then on what needs to stay and what needs to go. Now, what you can use or leverage to your advantage this month is your creativity. So again, we're going back to this channeled information. I like to remind people that creativity doesn't exist only for musicians, artists, sculptors, etc. Every walk of life you can be creative. It's about thinking like engineers are creative. It's thinking outside of the box. So I just want you to be able to brainstorm and approach things with a fresh set of eyes and new perspectives. That's what's going to get you further this month in all aspects of life. The Moon card also challenges you to look at things that might traditionally scare you. And so sometimes that involves, again, taking a risk, telling someone that you love them, asking for something that you need in life from somebody, or just speaking your own truth. But through that Moon card, if you do it, you notice that it's usually indicated with a goddess on here, sometimes Artemis, sometimes just the moon. And so once you harness and overcome your fears, then there's nothing left to pull you back. You are actually, you're able to move forward and you're stronger for going through that journey. So I'm encouraging you to overcome fears this month, to face them, or to ask for help if you're feeling overwhelmed. As we look at your desired action, for some of you, hopes and fears as well, I think there is a desire for some of you to take a break, and it would be well deserved based on what I'm seeing in the deep past. So if you've been feeling burned out, maybe some of you have even experienced some sort of a health setback, or this can be like chronic pain or illness or flu or even an injury. If that's the case, absolutely take advantage of some time off, heal yourself, rest. And note that the Four of Swords is not a card of laziness. It's far from it. It's a card of contemplation, introspection, and learning what you really need and want to do next. Only through reflection, only through meditation, can we sometimes get the clarity that we need. And this is a beautiful Four of Swords that is much more grounded in meditation than it is just sleeping. And know that I believe that if you're taking a holiday, if you're taking a break, some sort of a reprieve, that fun, that play, that also helps feed you too. You need that for rest. We're not basically just robots. We can't work nonstop without a chance for reflection, without a chance for rest, and also without a chance for fun. So as we look at the third and fourth week of the this month rather, I really want you to focus on how you can create a little bit of space for you to think, for you to breathe, and for you to replenish your body, your mind, and your spirit. Now, as we look at your outcome card, we have a beautifully illustrated Nine of Wands. And this Nine of Wands really is indicating that you may be put on the spot at the end of the month. And you may even be put into a situation that makes you uncomfortable. As you can kind of see, this is like going straight into the fire. So what I like about the Nine of Wands, irrespective of which deck I'm using, it's always a card of survival. You typically will see someone with Nine of Wands illustrated with a bandage around their forehead. This is a card that's been coming up a few times in other spreads as well for other signs. So what I'm seeing this month universally is a challenge to fight for what you believe in. And that's really what this card is about. But it's also one about intelligently picking the battles that make the most sense. You don't want to just put yourself in the line of fire haphazardly. Make sure that you pick and choose your battles. And when you are absolutely behind something, then this fire that you're seeing here can actually be used as passion, as resources to help people understand your point of view. Otherwise, you're just going to get burned in the crossfire, and that's not what you want. So pick and choose your battles, and when you really believe in something, fight full on for everything that you believe in, okay? The good news about this as well is if there's anything that you're trying to move past in your life, I see this as near completion. Ten of Wands usually indicates movement, moving on, letting go. And so this card is saying soon, but not yet. And so there's still some loose ends that need to be tied up. So for those of you that are deciding to perhaps like sell a house, buy a new house, move, or make a big life change like that, this card is telling you to exercise caution and really pay attention to your resources and your timing. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here at the center, so fight for that top dollar if it is a house or if you're trying to negotiate your salary. And if this is something where you're thinking, I'm really not getting that new relationships are coming through that much this month, but if you are going to meet someone new, you want to make sure that the two of you are complementing one another and that there's not competition. Because when I look at the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords, I would say this is a month where you want to really take it easy and take it slow. The Two of Wands is a careful card when it's coming to relationships. So again, if you're meeting someone new this month, easy does it. That's what I would say. And for many of you, that may be a Scorpio that's coming into your life as well, since the moon is associated with that. All right, let's go ahead now and expand the forecast because I'm already skipping ahead of myself and getting into love. I like to start off first with health. For me, health is always three parts. It's mind, body, and spirit. And it's hard to kind of take those apart, but there will be one focal point this month. So let's take a look and see what the cards are saying about your overall health this month, health and well-being. So it's about emotion. So this is really more of an internal card. If there's something that you are really stressed out about, this is a month where, again, we talked about the moon being fear. I want you, and you can see there's similar colors here, I want you to overcome the fear that you have or ask for help or advice on this issue. And some of that will come through meditation because we've got the Four of Swords there. Some of this could come from a maternal figure in your life, whether it's a mom or an older sister or someone who just really has that mothering energy in your life. Try to work through it. And the subtext on this says, or I should say the caption says, I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And there's a lot of truth to that. Worry is just, it's there initially to help you. And so what you can do to release worry is to sort of say, thank you for bringing me bringing awareness to the situation. I'm now ready to let go of the emotion and to take action. Because if we go back to your channeled information this month, you are the one that can create new things in your life. You're not giving away your power to worry. And so I want you to find a way to overcome that if you can this month. That will really help you. It's also going to help you internally. When we look at this chronic pain card that really is indicative of the Ten of Swords, you want to take care of yourself. This Ten of Swords is focused on the cardio and pulmonary areas. So you want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to open your chest, open the heart center, really work on good circulation this month. All of those things are going to help you out. All right, let's expand now and take a look at wealth. I'm using Lord Ganesha for wealth this month because I believe that we always have challenges with money and career, and this is a great deck for overcoming challenges because Ganesha helps remove obstacles. So let's see what Lord Ganesha has to say about wealth this month. And we have capacity to love. So I believe this has two meanings. The first one is making sure that you are able to love what you're doing for a living. Sometimes we can't always work in the path that we we want to, but there are things that we can find that bring joy in the day-to-day journey, and that's what this card is reminding you to do, to find the little things that are either bringing you closer to your eventual dream, or you can see that the work that you're doing is providing a service for others or is helping your family. I want you to focus on some of the positive aspects. That's only going to help you succeed, look better, feel better, and that's part one of this. Two, it's that you need to make time for love in your life. And even though this seems like it is a strange card to come into your money area or your career area, when you are balanced, when that love exists in your life, then you have more energy to give at work. So I want you to spend some time, one, finding little things in your present job or career that bring a sense of accomplishment, fulfillment, or joy. Two, to create more love and joy in your life. Spending time with your children, with your lover, spending time doing things outside, planting flowers, whatever an expression of love and joy is for you. It could be dancing, it could be writing, it could be singing. I want you to do something that is attached to joy and love. And this card was reversed, so there's a little bit of perhaps pulling back or uncertainty when it comes to this, but I'm encouraging you that this is well worth your time and energy and any sort of effort that you put into it. All right, let's take a look now at your we looked at health, wealth. Let's look at your love card, even though love was spilling over into career a little bit. All right, so your love card this month is treasure your loved ones, and that goes back to what I was just talking about. I want you to spend time in your life being with people that you really love. This doesn't have to just be family, because sometimes the people we love are our friends. That's the chosen family. Sometimes, you know, not necessarily the family that we got through blood or through legal status or whatever. So whoever you consider a loved one or someone that you feel a kinship with, this card is reminding you this month to really prioritize them. Put them at the top of the heap and make sure that you're spending as much time with them as possible. And it's not necessarily so much about meeting the love of your life. You may actually meet someone through a mutual acquaintance. So if you're trying to find new love or new friendships, start with the friends that you have. Spend time, support them, go to their events, and that's how you can meet new people. But this is about saying thank you and expressing and experiencing the love that they have to offer as well. Expressing your love and experiencing their love. All right, let's now take a look at the Destiny card for this month. This is probably my favorite to look at because it's the most malleable, and it reminds each of us that we have the capacity to shift our future if we want to. It's not set in stone. There are markers that are showing it where you're going, but you always decide, just like the highway, if you're going to speed or if you're going to slow down or if you're going to take another turn. So let's see what the road sign is saying for your destiny right now. Okay, so we have a scrying mirror. The cool thing with the scrying mirror is this is going right back to the initial message, which was really look deeply inside and know that you have the capacity to create, to expand, to explore. It also speaks to the Four of Swords, which is through meditation, clarity comes. So for those of you that aren't really comfortable with meditation, this is just quiet time. This, for some of you, meditation could be making a list of things that are important to you. It's also just allowing for the thoughts in your head, the noise around you, everything to quiet down for a little bit and just think to yourself, am I comfortable? Am I happy? How does this feel in this quiet? Some people can't have the quiet because they're afraid of tuning into their true selves. This month I'm encouraging you to play around a little bit, and I know it's hard, especially if you have a family or if you're working nonstop. I want you to try to find like 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe you get up a little bit earlier. Maybe on your lunch break you can take a 15-minute walk, get off campus, and just tune in a little bit and see, how do I feel right now? Another reversal on this, showing again a reluctancy or maybe a little bit of fear associated with what comes in that absence of constructed organization. So I think when you give yourself a chance to kind of feel through that uncertainty, you're going to have the clarity that you need, which we were looking at with the Two of Wands earlier, to move forward. All right, let's summarize everything that we talked about today. The channeled information for you was a reminder that it's a month of being active and that you are an agent of change. You are the creator in your own life. As we looked at your catalyst card, I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the channeled information that I was thinking of like Eight of Pentacles. For me, this card is very close to the Eight of Pentacles. It's about self-development, however you'd like that to be, whether it's going out and learning a new skill, a new trade, or just investing on yourself and feeling like I'm worth it. This is going to pay off in ways that you wouldn't even imagine, and it's something that pays off in the long run. It's not something you necessarily see right here and right now. The cards here in the center are showing a shift when it comes to your, for some of you it could be a new job, for some of you you could be traveling or taking time off, but we see the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, a card of distance and travel, and then we also see a Judgment card, which is usually about shifting, changing, and moving. For many of you, you need to change up things because we have the Ten of Swords in reverse here, showing it's time to step away, it's time to put some of your passion elsewhere. Some of you, this could be a brand new job or starting your own business, because when I see the Emperor, Empress, it's about self-employment. Just make sure you have the capital behind you and that you're ready. Again, anything that you can do this month to improve your sense of self-confidence, that's going to be really important, because I think they should make a bumper sticker if it doesn't exist, but self-worth equals net worth. The two are intrinsically tied, and if you don't have good self-worth, then your net worth suffers, and likewise, if you accept less than enough, then you start to feel less than enough. So I want you to continue to grow that area of your life and feeling that not only are you enough, but you're receiving enough. Great month for clarifying your plans, your visions, and for taking that first step. I love this Two of Wands because it really does speak to the fiery energy, sparking your hope, your intuition, your passion. And speaking of passion, we have the Moon card here. Great time for any creative endeavors. For some of you, this could also indicate a very passionate Scorpio coming in. One that I believe is a good influence because we have the Empress and the Two of Wands. So work with that Scorpio if they do come in. Otherwise, channel your inner moon, which is creativity. Work past your the fear that's in your life as well. Take time for meditation, something that we saw also come through with your Destiny card. A scrying mirror, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, is simply a mirror that you look into, and kind of like a crystal, as you meditate, it helps you get in touch with your own sort of third eye, and you can see things. So this is helping you see beyond the physical, and another interpretation of this card would be, don't take things at face value. Spend time to get beneath the surface and really trust and develop the intuition that you already have. The final card was a reminder to fight for what's important, but don't unnecessarily fight. It's only vital for you to step up to the plate if this is something that you believe in, or if there's someone that you want to help sort of fight for, if you're an activist, if there's a cause, etc. But don't just fight for the sake of fighting. That's what that card is reminding you. As we expand the forecast, the health card this month is speaking to stress reduction. There's so many ways you can do this, not just meditation, but physical exercise is great. Yoga, Pilates, anything, even playing a traditional sport would be fine. Something that's going to allow you to take your mind off of work. As we look at your wealth card, I want you to find things that bring you love. That's really how you can be successful in business. You look at business women, businessmen, they typically have a joy for either building and creating things, or they like the line of work that they're in, or they just enjoy the act of doing something new and unexpected. So find what it is in your career path that can make you feel a sense of joy and fulfillment, and then that's the magic ingredient for your success. For love this month, it's not so much about meeting new people. It's about loving the ones that are already in your life and supporting them. And through that, you might actually meet new people, but it's not for that purpose. It's just because you may have neglected them, or they may need you this month. Spend time and also be in a place to receive the love that they have to give you as well. Finally, we were just talking about this scrying mirror. This is about seeing beyond the obvious, going to the subtle levels, going to the intuitive levels in your life. It's also about taking time to plan and to dream. And as adults, we don't always have that chance to think of the what if I do this, or maybe I can do that. I want you to do that this month, because you deserve a chance for growth, for change, and it's never too late to start something new in your life. Okay? I hope that this was helpful. That does bring the monthly reading to a close. If you'd ever like to have a one-on-one reading about anything that's going on in your life, you can reach out to me. I have, in the description area below, you'll find a link where you can check my rates and availability. In that area, there's also a link to provide a donation if you'd like to. Every month I do these videos just as a service, but those donations help me buy new cards and also help me keep up all of the production materials that I need for a month-to-month videos, so feel free to donate if you'd like. If you'd like to just stay in touch, I'm on all the social media networks, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I also have a newsletter. Those are fantastic ways to know when new videos are produced. And if you'd like just a simpler way to do that, you can simply subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you click on the bell notification though, because that'll also give you an email when I post new videos. Finally, and most importantly, I like to end every video with gratitude. My message this month is that we can make a difference with one person if all of us believe that we have that capacity. And I've been using sort of the image of those candles behind me, which are real candles, by the way. I light them every time I do a reading. But one candle in and of itself is beautiful, but when you start to put hundreds or hundreds of thousands or millions of these candles together, then they create brightness that you could never imagine. Each one of our souls are like that candle, or one of those candles behind us. So I'm encouraging all of us to shine brightly. Go after what makes you passionate. Fight for what you believe in. Find your voice. Develop the skills that you want. Make yourself stronger, brighter, and more resplendent. If you do that, you not only will make my day, but you're going to make a big difference in this world, and we need more light, more passion, and more joy. So thank you so much for working on yourselves. Keep it up, shine brightly. I'll see you soon.